Welcome to the Canton Chronicle Live. I'm your host, John Camo. Some of you know me by my Twitter name is Dixie Enormous. With me tonight, Eric D. And he's already on stage. So you guys better be prepared with your pricks and cities and texting all your cronks because you're not getting the extra time to go call them or send them a message. So we're just moving right along. All gas, no brake, guys. Hey, Eric, how's it going?
It's doing well, John. Thanks. It's Sunday night, 7 o'clock. I'm a little excited.
Yeah. Well,
Ready to spend some
the,
time with the Kronks. A couple hours,
oh
anyways.
my God, yeah, I miss the Kronks when when you go all week and you look forward to these Sunday nights. And
What I've noticed now, though, is there's Kronks everywhere.
I know, different towns, huh?
Everywhere.
Even when we're in Norwood,
It's awesome.
yeah. So, well, like I said, good evening, Canton, Kronk Nation, and all our silent viewers watching from those burner emails in Iceland. Welcome back, guys. Tonight we have we're going to try to get through this in 2 hours, 2.5 hours. See how quick we can get through this. But we have a couple different topics to discuss with you, and the first thing is we're going to talk about the sister who suddenly exists because there's some new developments this week that I'm sure everybody's heard about. So let's bring in the sister.
And that would be your sister. Who?
It was my sister, yes.
Which sister?
My sister Denise
What's your last name?
Galvin.
Is she here?
She is here, yes.
Where is she?
She's sitting over there.
Can you point to her and describe what she's wearing?
Sure, she's over there in the back with the striped shirt on.
Between the gentleman in the purple and the gentleman in the black?
Yes.
So she witnessed this timeline being prepared, correct?
She wrote the timeline, yes.
Can you point to her? Over there. Over there.
Did you notice the little hesitation and looking at Lally going, aren't you going to object?
Waiting for the waiting for the objection. Meanwhile, her hands, she was sitting on those hands. She wasn't giving up her sister. Over there. She's
Somewhere.
over there. You know why she didn't want to give up her sister?
Why is that, John?
Well, what did her sister do?
Well, she took the notes. She was the minutes taker.
Yeah, what else? What else do we call it?
Before I get myself in trouble, I'm going to ask you.
What did they call it? What did they sit down to write? Let's see.
Oh, the timeline.
Oh, the timeline.
Give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
Well,
The timeline. Yes.
Where is that timeline?
You would think that they would have when the officers arrived, they would have been like, "Hey, we wrote down the timeline for you. Here you go.
Maybe
this is
that's
everything we know."
Maybe that timeline eventually made it into a bonfire.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah, most.
Because remember, she was in the room when they handed the phone to Proctor. She was in the room writing the timeline when the two other officers showed up. And now she's in charge of the new give, send, go, defending the truth. What do you call it? Donations. It's called testify, defending the truth, kind of, fundraising.
Have you ever seen a fundraiser where, and I'm going to ballpark this, but about 50% of the donations come in anonymously?
We're going to get into that pretty soon here. Because
substantial donations, by the way.
Substantial, yeah, we're going to get through that. So they call that the defenders of truth, but they didn't spend one single dollar or effort trying to defend their buddy Proctor. That guy's name was on every indictment that they kept screaming out. He's the one that wrote up the majority of the reports, but he's not their target audience, huh? I think they don't want anything to do with him. You know,
Would
just
you?
saying. Oh no, but that was their guy. That was their guy for 2 years, 3 years, and now he's out, and in comes the money. So I don't have a problem at all with people raising money. I'm not against it, not one bit. Somebody wants to raise money, and people want to give them money, go right ahead. It's their
But-
money to give.
John, what are they raising the money for?
Well, let's bring that up. Funny you ask. Let's bring that up. All right, let's see. All right, so it's called, and it's up to 35,670. It was created by Denise Galvin, and let me just make sure I can see what the heck I'm pulling up here, and you tell me if it's moving. So over the past few years, many have asked how they can support witnesses in the John O'Keefe case. So if you're a witness, what do you need the money for? It's only if you're a house defendant, you got to need the money, right? It's so they've made this out to be like some sort of foundation. It's a movement to fight intimidation, but it's really just their defense fund. Why not label it the defense fund? Well, so let's move on. Let's go through a little bit of this, right? That you can get emails from them. You can send prayer requests, and like I said, there's 239 people have given so far. So they've raised 35,000 out of say 240 donations, and I mean, look, it's some they've. Let's see if I can come down. $50 2 minutes ago while we were live. $50. Anonymous, KDT, anonymous, a townie. Townie's a very loyal. I've said it over and over and over again. The town of Canton is always been very loyal. If anybody's in need, they are always right there to give. Lisa Catherine, the Scarola family, $50. Maria Gerwatowski, a lot of anonymouses, the Sullivan Barry family, Abigail, Barbara O'Toole, Scott S. Load a few more. We can go through. There's only a couple hundred here. Anonymous, Kristen Fellini. Let's get the truth out there. I think 3 years we've seen the truth. But Kristen Fellini gave $10. Anonymous giver, Maureen McLaughlin, William Adams, Sam Sullivan, Chris Kelly, Hurley family. I mean, there was some bigger donos earlier on. There was some 500s. There was some thousands.
I think there was a 1,500 in there.
There's a Kathy Tierney, 50. Lori Latimer, 50. Julie Carpenter, $10 by Julie Carpenter.
Big spender.
Julie gave them big. And that, I mean, she's fought for them for the last 3 years. So 100, Kathleen, 100. The Kennedy family, there's a 500. There you go. Duke Mateo, 50. Danny Campbell, the McCarthy family, 250. Very nice. Carol Gallagher.
I think that's Bob's family.
Bob McCarthy, could be. Yep.
Could be.
Donker, $100. I know Carl DeGaulle gave money.
500 from Eric R.
Eric R. 500. A couple more anonymouses. The Hennessy family, 250.
250.
Peter's feeling generous.
Oh, there's the 1,500.
Yep, 15 from Dorliak. Earl Pink Gray, 100. Anonymous. Cynthia Bauman, Jake and Megan, 100. So I mean, No, I mean, it is Christmas. Tony Antonelli, 1,000 from Tony Antonelli. Jams, $76, right? Casey Small, Caroline Hagan, God Never Sleeps, $214.
buckets.
Yep. When my dad first started on the police force, wearing the uniform was a sense of pride and it was respecting community for what the police was about. Fortunately, today, the uniform is a target. Stay wrong, Justice. It's only a target for those that the majority of the police out there are good officers. A couple bad ones.
It only takes a couple of bad ones.
Yeah. Tara get a life 5. We're almost through these. Anonymous, the Thomas family.
Couple hundred.
Couple hundred, yeah. Justice denied, 20, 100. Bob LeBlanc, 100, 25. So, we get
Significant amount of anonymous givers, though.
the Reardon family, 505. Gaffney, 500 from Michael Gaffney. He's been very vocal. Very good. Naughty Kitty, Sandra, $25. Leo Wiener, 500 by Leo. Sally Kane, 20. 166. Karen is a liar. You deserve to clear your name. The Dugal family, 500. Justice
The
Dugal
family.
Yeah. He doesn't like the attorneys. Kelly and Brendan Martin, 100. Anonymous. Dude gave 25. Who's a Rat website. Who's a Rat website, $5 from a Who's a Rat. So there you go. So they have a campaign that like I said, everybody listen. I'm never going to tell someone not to donate to whatever they want. It's your money. You donate it to what you want.
Yeah, but John, they need all this money to defend against a lawsuit. My thing is, if they're right and Karen ran over John, why wouldn't you?
Not just that. How about this? If they're right that they didn't do it.
Correct. Absolutely.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you look at the police departments between Canton PD, State Police, even Boston PD, and look at suing them? They're awfully big targets with big pocketbooks.
Eric, if you were a witness on that stand, and time after time, a piece of paper was put in front of you, and you read it, and you said to yourself, "That's not what I said." Wouldn't you be upset with the police, not with Karen Reed or Karen Reed's lawyers?
Well, yeah. I mean, there was enough testimony that we watched that showed that the defendants didn't agree with all the police reports that were out there.
If you were a witness and you gave a statement,
I shouldn't say defendants. I'm sorry, the witnesses.
Well, they are. They're the House defendants now.
Well, they're House defendants. Yes, I understand.
So if you were a witness, wouldn't you like to see what was written down after you gave your, but some point between after you gave them your testimony, your statement, to before you give them your testimony? Wouldn't you like to see what they're going to use?
Absolutely.
I mean, every one of them was asked, did you have a meeting before you sat up here? Yep. Did you go over anything? Wouldn't you have said, "Hey, can I see what you wrote about me?" I mean, Jen did that. Jen got to see videos, and she got to see her grand jury testimony.
Well, not only that, John. You got inverted Sally Port videos. You've got Canton PD who abandoned the crimes, the scene, and then the CERT team came in hours later.
Right.
So that area was unprotected. Anybody could have walked through it until the CERT team got there. How is that an investigation?
You're not mad at the Canton Police Department for leaving it?
And they're catching a lot of scrutiny. And there's a lot of accusations out against them, and they should be looking at the Canton PD. Why didn't you do a better job so that we didn't have to go through this? We don't have to go through this. And there's a lot of departments here that have to answer for that.
Yep. I mean, is it just sheer luck that Gallagher in 14 seconds finds the one piece of cocktail glass that's on the ground. Is it just sheer luck that, Berkey's driving by at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or whatever time it is and finds another piece? Is just like, it's why aren't, these people, they say they were brought through the, rung through the ringer for 3 years. Why aren't they screaming? Why are they're just so focused on Karen and her lawyers instead of joining Karen and her lawyers going after the police?
Well, even if you want to sue Karen and you want to sue, Turtle Boy, you're still going to look at going after the police department, right? I mean, they're not necessarily. You can go in both avenues, and hey, what if you lose the Karen case? You win the other side. There's a lot more there.
Yeah, absolutely. What if Karen comes out on top again?
Exactly.
Then what? Then what?
Then what? And you haven't looked in the other direction.
And right. So Karen comes out a third time, out on top, and now you guys are left with, well, now we're gonna have to get even more money because now somebody's really gonna come after us.
You had a high-ranking Boston police, I want to say lieutenant, detective, whoever it may be, said there was a video of Karen running John over. Well,
right.
Why wouldn't the Alberts and the McCabe's insist on seeing that video?
Yeah. Yep. I would have.
I want to see it.
Wanted to see it all. And once again, if you really wanted to get to the bottom of it, why did you fight tooth and nail? I understand about the cell phone issue. You don't want to give up your cell phone because you got nudes in it that you don't want to give up, or you don't want getting out there leaked because somehow maybe the state police, you might have bad actors who are looking for nudes, right? But your Ring doorbell, right? Nobody's Ring doorbell was used. Not one Ring doorbell.
Yet law enforcement claimed they had a Ring doorbell video.
And they told the news. So, their fight, and this is just our opinions, people, but their fight should be focused towards the police, not towards Karen.
And the DA's office, because at the end of the day, the DA is responsible for putting these charges forward, and if they didn't have a well investigated, there's got to be accountability there.
Yeah, now these are the Kronk saying this. Join the lawsuit to stay close to what the O'Keefes are hearing and to make sure that any blame steers away from them. So I've always said, just because a phone is moving doesn't mean you are. Just because a phone is in a house doesn't mean you are. Just because a phone's out, people can be separated from their phones. You see it all the time. So we don't know exactly what happened, and we can't prove exactly when people got where, left where, other than, we know they left the waterfall at this time. We saw it on the camera. We know they drove by the library. We know they drove by the temple. After that, just as an onlooking, it's pure speculation at this point. So, but would we like to know if there was a fight in the yard or in the driveway or in the house or in the garage or something? Absolutely. That's what a lot of people are thinking. And speaking of which, so there was a filing, or maybe there wasn't a filing. I don't know. You see all this stuff online, but the House defendants, it's been going around a 13-page filing in the wrongful case, and it just, when you read it, it just seemed like there was a lot of panic. And we're going to get to that filing. We're not lawyers, so we're not going to go through, we're not law tubers or anything. We're not going to go through it page by page, but we are going to get to that. We did have another clip that we wanted to show you that, goes in conjunction with Jen's sister. And it's, it's Jen and the feds, because there's been rumors that Jen has had several communications with the feds. We know the feds were at Bridgewater State. We know the feds were at her house. And there's been reports that there's been even more communication. I mean, who knows? Maybe there was even more communication within the last week or two. Could be. So let's bring up one of those instances of the communication with the feds so that everybody has an idea of what was kind of going on.
They were still sitting outside your house.
I don't know.
1 second.
Another law enforcement agency that was not Massachusetts State Police and not Canton Police Department at one point in April of 2023. Do you remember that?
Yes.
You were contacted at your residence by these members of this law enforcement agency, correct?
Yes.
2023 may have been the feds.
Later that same day, you did sit down with those same law enforcement officers for a formal interview.
On that
same day that you were contacted by them, they also went into your home and actually interviewed you, correct?
Yes, it was brief.
The Hansons. I throw up my hands, guys. I can't control them anymore. They gotta be punished. Will you do me a favor and put them behind bars?
Those law enforcement officers identified themselves as being associated with an agency that is not Massachusetts State Police. You understood that.
Yes.
And you understood that they were not involved with Canton Police Department either, correct?
Correct.
Completely separate agency, is that right?
Yes.
And the feds?
They were very vague on what they were.
Understood.
I don't know what they were investigating. When I first spoke with them, the conversation was pretty vague. They walked up to my car.
They walked up to your car.
Yes. I thought they were like selling something, so I was like, oh no, I'm not the homeowner.
Sorry, brother, I'm not interested, man.
That's the same thing my mom told my dad, but 9 months later I was born. You don't gotta buy nothing. Looks are free today. Shake a hand, meet a friend.
After you said, I'm not Jennifer McCabe, you walked into the house, they then called you on the phone.
Yes,
They were
correct.
still sitting outside your house.
I don't know where they were, but they did call me.
They were close by.
I'm not aware.
Well, the call came almost immediately after you walked back in the house, correct?
I'm not sure how much time had passed.
At that point, they identified themselves as being law enforcement agents, correct?
When they called me, yes.
Okay. And they told you that they would like to have an interview with you. They'd like to have a sit-down talk with you, correct?
Yes.
And you told them that you would be willing to submit to an interview, but you needed about 10 minutes to get ready, correct?
Yes.
She had to poop.
During the course of your interview, your husband, Matt McCabe, came home. Is that right?
Yes.
As these law enforcement agents continue to question you, these law enforcement officers continue to question you at some point, you informed them that you did not feel comfortable with any further questioning and you suspended the interview, correct?
Yes.
One more thing.
Before leaving, however, those same law enforcement officers asked you if you had contacted anyone in those 10 minutes when you indicated, I need 10 minutes to get ready, between the time they called you and the time that they showed up and came inside your house, correct?
Yes.
You told them that you had contacted your husband, Matt McCabe,
Yes.
which is why he came home, right?
Yes.
And you told them that you had called Carrie Roberts before they interviewed you, correct? At that moment.
I'm not 100% sure, but if you have it, if she was the first one.
That's what I'm asking. One of the first two calls you made, your husband,
Right.
come home, there's law enforcement outside my door, I'm guessing is what you said, correct?
I don't remember my exact words now, but I did ask him to come home, correct?
And
Yes.
Carrie Roberts.
Okay. Yes.
You wanted to let Ms. Roberts know that you had been contacted by certain officers from a different agency, correct?
May have been the feds.
I was curious if they had already been to her.
That was
Because-
my next question.
yeah.
You also wanted to find out had these law enforcement officers from this different agency contacted her, correct?
Yes, because typically, if
I
you
just
enter
asked
our
yes or no.
town, she's.
Ms. McCabe, yes or no?
Oh, sorry.
What do you think she was going to say right there? When you enter our town, she's the first house and they have to go through the toll, and she would have alerted the rest of the town.
Oh, John, shake
If you-
your hand, meet a friend.
If you enter the town and she's what? She's the first house. You know, she's got to put a lantern in her window to let everybody know the feds are coming. One if by land, two if by sea.
So when you enter the town, you got to go right through Ponkapog. Is that what you're
You got to
saying?
go through her house.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I was just trying to
That's
explain.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Is that why you contacted her, to find out if, in fact, they had contacted her before you? Yes or no?
Yes.
So you just wanted to find out, had she been contacted, but
Yes.
if she had said yes, you weren't going to say, and what the hell did they say? What'd they ask you?
Well, I can't say what I would have answered, what I would have asked her, but I know I was calling to see if they had been there. Yes, that
was
is
your
correct.
that was your intent.
I called to ask her if they had been there. Yes.
So that was your intent. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going through this whole experience together. We call each other about everything.
There would
That's
be no
nothing
reason
more than that. I'm sorry.
So John,
Yeah.
Kerry the talker, if she had been there, wouldn't she have called Jen for sure?
Absolutely. She would have called Jen first.
I
She
mean,
called Jen the minute-
there's no
called Jen the minute
chance
the
that
cops
she would.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. The minute the cops left, after she gave her testimony or her statement, remember, she kept it short and sweet.
Of course.
Right.
There's nothing more than me calling and saying, hey, did they come to your house? That's what we did when the media showed up, when Miss Reed's private investigator showed up. We just give each other the heads up, hey, somebody's coming, because we're just like normal moms. We're not used to this. It's like when you're when the ice cream truck was at the street next door and I'm saying, did the ice cream truck come?
Ice cream man is coming! Mom! Mom! Those out some money! The ice cream man is coming!
It's really that simple.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's really that simple.
You're trying to make me giggle.
Oh, it is that simple, you know. So, but so yeah, so that was her experience with the feds before, and somebody saying that the recent contact with Jen by the feds is about a different case, like harassment or something. I don't know. I don't know.
John, on a side note,
Yeah.
because I'm brain thinking over here about other stuff, but you questioned me on the kazoo thing.
Yeah.
And whether we were okay to put a kazoo up there, but
Yeah.
you throw Eddie up there and don't even think about it.
Yeah, because you know why?
Why?
Because it was in with all of our comments in the it was already cleared. It was,
You talk to your lawyer.
It was cleared. Yes.
All right,
You
back
know?
to the regular scheduled program.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that was the that was her Lantern or either or, you know, I guess, you know, whatever warns them, you know, whatever warns them. So yeah, so Jen meets with the feds and then is, I don't know, is or isn't in contact with them since, you know, give or take. And then her sister, who was seen in the gallery several times throughout the trial,
Mm-hmm.
was also the one taking all the notes for the timeline.
Pretty sure
It
she's
was almost
gonna
like-
be on. She's gonna make the stand this time around.
That's almost like having someone just sitting in there, just, you know, right there and being able to, at the end of the day, go back and tell everybody exactly what happened and who said what. And I know you see it on TV, but there's a lot of stuff going on inside the courtroom that that you don't see when you're on TV. She seems more like an accessory than just somebody with a pen and paper. So, so yeah, so let's get to the House defendants. The House defendants in their 13-page filing that's either there or isn't there.
Where is this? Where was this filing?
I've seen it online.
Is it an alleged filing?
It was, yeah, different people are arguing about it. I've seen different legal YouTubers talk about it. I know Alan Jackson was on the Lawyer You Know. Was it the Lawyer You Know? He was on one of those lawyer channels talking about it. And there was a couple things that that at least I was interested in, and it was technically it's their official response to Karen Reed's motion, and my translation is basically, please don't let us be defendants. We don't want to do discovery. We can't handle depositions. We're not built for this. They said that when Karen adds them, that they'll slam the anti-slap, which freezes all discovery, no depositions, no subpoenas, everything stops. And that's on page 9 for people that have read it, where they wrote, quote, moreover, under the anti-slap statute, all discovery in this proceeding would be automatically stayed once the Commonwealth witnesses file that special motion to dismiss. So it's like the whole first paragraph on page 9. And it's pretty much saying that, like, they want federal court. Why do you think someone would want federal versus state?
The only reason that could possibly, and I don't see this as a big advantage, but federal court's not going to be publicized. You're not going to see it on the YouTubers.
No TVs.
TVs, and you're gonna get sketches, and you're gonna get stories from those who are inside, which is great.
No audio
but it's
feed.
much different than seeing it for yourself and interpreting it for yourself.
You're now at the mercy of whoever the reporter is on how they slant the stuff when they come out.
But I got to assume the outcomes in federal court proceedings are different as far as penalties go, and
yeah.
You know, are they stiffer? I'm not an attorney. I don't know this. These are questions I have, but I just can't imagine that pushing it into the federal side of things is a benefit to them.
Right. Yeah. You're gonna get, like you said, sketches. No, there's gonna be a lot of, if it were to go to federal, you were not going to get, like you said, all the YouTubers, the law tubers, the clips.
I got to admit, though, those sketches are kind of cool. I'm interested to see them come out day by day.
Also, the federal court filings aren't as easily accessible, right? They don't push out the updates like the state does. It doesn't automatically show PDFs to the press immediately. It's a lot, and it's slow. It's a lot slower, right? The court judges, the federal judges, are far stricter. Gag orders, protective orders, limited evidence disclosures. They're going to restrict, or could. I'm not going to say they would, because we don't even know if they're going to go to a federal court on this. But it could restrict public release of evidence. It basically limits public participation, and this is what they want. They want this all to go away.
So that and I know this question came up in the last episode where I didn't really know whether they could plead the fifth or not, and our friend Nan clarified that they can,
right.
But ultimately that's not the best look either. But in a federal court, when you're doing it and nobody's seeing you do it, and you're just getting these reports of it, it has a bigger. It's just got a different impact. Correct.
I'm sure Mary. I'm sure they are concerned about the new DA, especially if it's Adam Deach. Is that how you say his name?
I think it's Adam Deach. Yeah.
Deach. Yeah. So Yeah.
Well, and a lot of this stuff, he's going to be able to revisit and look if he becomes the DA.
Right. Another thing you're not going to get a packed courthouse sidewalk. You're not going to get everybody outside of the courtroom. You're not going to get
you may get some protesters. Or
right.
Or supporters, let's say. They're not going to be going. There's only going to be so many seats.
Right. Yep. So that's one of the things that I noticed in the report. The other one I noticed is, it's not like I said, it's not that they want privacy, but that's pretty much what they're looking for. Because once again, last 3 years, all we've seen is the inconsistencies in their testimony, right? Their old lies would get exposed. The body language, we wouldn't get to see the body language of Chris or anyone else that would have to testify in any of these proceedings. The last thing they want is for too many eyes watching what their story is.
Well,
because
how's it going to play out in civil court with the police report that Yuri put together with Chris and his wife in the house, and then the story came out in testimony that they were at home?
Or Jen and Lang.
There's going to be an awful lot of questions being asked in the civil side. We're going to find out what Yuri truly believes. He swore that if he signed off on it, it guaranteed happened.
It's gospel.
It's gospel.
Yeah. And same thing. There was a statement by Lank that they said, did Lank write it down wrong? Did he get it wrong? And just
a lot of things happened in the investigation that when it came time to testify, some type of different story came out.
Yep. There was a line in the filing that it said reasonable factual support. It said, quote, and my personal favorite was, they actually wrote that Karen's claims are based on police petitioning activity and that the Alberts, McCabe's, Higgins had a reasonable factual support, right? And let's show you a little example of that, okay? We got to show you an example of the reasonable factual report.
The street.
What was that? Was that the reasonable factual support?
That's what you got for us? That was it?
No, it wasn't. It was this one right here. Sorry about that. Here we go.
To the group that came in, the receipts for which you were shown today, nobody really seemed highly intoxicated to you, correct?
No.
Point while you were at the Waterfall Bar and Grill, did you observe Karen Reed stumbling, slurring her words, or otherwise appearing to be under the influence?
I did not, but again, I never engaged in any sort of conversation with her.
Okay. So obviously the words in the background behind these witnesses from the last trials. Let me back it up so we can see what it says first. As set forth in the plaintiff's complaint on the evening of January 28th, defendant Karen Reed consumed 9 alcoholic drinks during approximately a 3-hour period at 2 different restaurants prior to getting behind the wheel of her SUV with her boyfriend, Boston police officer John O'Keefe. At that time, defendant Reed was clearly intoxicated. Right here. At that time, defendant Reed was clearly intoxicated and unable to safely drive her vehicle. Nevertheless, after a night of drinking, defendant Reed drove Officer O'Keefe to Mr. and Mrs. Albert's home at 34 Fairview Road in Canton. After Officer O'Keefe got out, defendant Reed's vehicle out of her vehicle in front of the home, defendant Reed hit him with her car while she was intoxicated as she left. Rather than stop, she left him lying seriously injured on the ground. So once again, they're saying in their filing she was clearly intoxicated, but they already testified. There's 4 people that testified, and here we go.
And the The overwhelming amount of alcohol they say she drank happened before she got to the waterfall.
Right. And so this first one is the bartender.
The group that came in, the receipts for which you were shown today, nobody really seemed highly intoxicated to you, correct?
No.
Point while you were at the Waterfall Bar and Grill, did you observe Karen Reed stumbling, slurring her words, or otherwise appearing to be under the influence?
I did not, but again, I never engaged in any sort of conversation with her.
Not.
We know who that was. That was Coco.
Mm-hmm. But if
she under the influence,
yeah,
I'm just saying, even if she didn't have a conversation with her, if Karen appeared drunk and stumbling and stuff, you don't have to have a conversation to notice that she didn't look like she was, she looked like she was intoxicated.
Right. And we all know who this is. This is Chris. I still have to pay my credit card balance, Albert.
of alcohol to you.
I didn't notice anything.
She wasn't stumbling, correct?
Nope.
She wasn't swaying.
I didn't notice.
She didn't appear to be unbalanced, correct?
I didn't notice anything.
She wasn't slurring her words.
Nope.
She wasn't talking gibberish, correct?
No.
She was engaging in normal conversation and she appeared to be under control?
Yeah.
So, under control. Are they going to not call him? Chris, we can't have you this time. Chris, can't bring you in this time.
While you were speaking to her, you had no indication that she was slurring her words in any way, correct?
I didn't think so, no.
No. Her eyes didn't appear to be bloodshot and glassy, correct?
Correct.
She wasn't swaying or stumbling in any way, correct?
Correct.
She didn't appear to be confused in her thinking or her speech?
She did not.
She appeared to be normal, correct?
Yes.
There was nothing about her demeanor or her interaction with you that would lead you to believe that she was under the influence of alcohol at that time?
No, not.
There you go. So it's going to be hard for them to claim that in this filing, when for the last 3 years, every one of them was saying, no, everything was good. The mood was great. And everything was fine.
I'll tell you, all this testimony that we're going over, it's, to me, I'm surprised, and maybe she has, but if I were Karen, I would appeal the conviction on the drinking and driving.
Why?
Well, did they prove beyond a reasonable doubt that she was hammered or unable to control her car? Yeah.
No.
So I'm just saying, I think you appeal it, get it all off your record. There's no reason to have it there, and remove all doubt.
The car showed a 3-point turn, right?
I'd be
at some point, right?
If you say so, I don't remember.
Well, they said, but at some point there was a 3-point turn, right? Okay. And it also said, according to them, that she hit the accelerator at a certain amount percentage, right? I don't know the number, 70% down, whatever it is, right? So that means it would have told a lot of other things, whether it would be a hard braking event. Wouldn't there be a harsh braking event?
Sure.
No, I don't care. I don't care when the key cycle is. I'm just saying that it did show one, right? Okay. Hear me out on this. If it shows that, what else does it show in which, she was driving normal the rest of the time? She was in control of her vehicle. Right? There's no hard braking events. There's no she didn't hit anything with OnStar, didn't, wasn't.
Well, John, outside of the guy that put the blue gook on his arm and pretended like he got hit by Karen's car, other than that guy claiming that happened, nobody has even come close to proving that she hit John.
No,
and that guy didn't prove nothing. So
and the video, as short as it is, of the library and the temple, she's just driving straight by.
Right,
Not
exactly.
all over the road. She's not out of
There's
control.
no other evidence that shows that she was not in
Yeah.
control of her vehicle. So, again, I would appeal it.
Yeah, it could be. You know, I think it's going to be, you know, for our own entertainment. I would like it to stay in the state. I wouldn't like it to go to federal.
Well, if it goes federal, does it go to New York or does it stay in Boston?
I would assume it stays in Boston.
Right.
No?
I mean, so what's the? I mean, yeah, outside of not having it live on TV.
Right. I just want to see real quickly.
You're gonna have
where
to. You're gonna have to get us press passes.
Yeah, I want to see how we're up to. If we're up to, let's.
Yeah. What's the tally? How much money?
We got to do a little. We got. Hold on. Let's see if I have that.
You need to refresh.
I'm gonna refresh it, and 35,670. We are now at 35,825.
Did you make a donation, John?
No, I didn't make it. Has anyone tried backing up at high speeds? Yeah. I mean, I've seen it on TV, but no. Let's see who the newest ones are. Oh, Tommy Galvin, $100. Jake Son. Jake Son makes a sorry, I joked about Higgins flipping that one time. Oh yeah. Speaking of Higgins, one of the first contributors to this page was Mike Higgins, the Canton guy, which, you know, in my view, he probably should have donated to CASA instead of them. But I mean, you know, he can donate his money wherever he wants. But you know, but Jake's son makes some good videos. So on their side, obviously, I think he actually is. Whoever Jake's son is actually helping with videos on their on this page. You know, on the Give Send Go page. So it's somebody very close to the family.
Somebody says it's Andrew Krusty's boyfriend.
Oh, really? Yeah. So, Lexus have traction control, so it would be really hard to. It is. So,
yeah.
I mean, we it's all stuff that we know. It's just that once again, these people want us to believe in some of these things that when they put it in front of you, that you know, we Eric, we did get a $2 donation. And we did get another one earlier that I did miss. So for the two people that did send us something, you guys are going to get a double. You'll get a one, but it's going to be for the two of you. So
I think that was don't pass the pepper with 1999.
Oh, there you go. Well, for the two of you, we're going to combine these, and here you go.
Give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
There you go. Here's your timeline, because that's what they wanted. They wanted the timeline. Okay, so you got your timeline. Yeah, so we will see. We will see what happens with the with all this. I'm telling you, it's almost like it's never going to end. Jeff Williams, huh? You know, LOL, Jeff. You want this over, so don't we? Just let's go back to talking about good things like the hockey team that's probably going to do really good. Well, the football team did very good. They made it to the Final Four.
They did fantastic.
They made it to the Final Four. They did lose to Tewksbury. I do know that Lankus kid factored in the scoring, so there's that.
Yeah, what a great season for them. Making the Final Four is a huge accomplishment.
It is, because back in the 80s and early 90s, that football program was a powerhouse. And then different towns, this stuff happens. Canton wasn't as blue collar as it used to be. So football is one of those sports that took a hit. Girls cross country.
Something like there's a lot to be said for this head coach too. He's done a great job.
Yeah. So, I'm just going through some of the quotes here. Like some of the gives. They do everything. It's so many. I wish Jen had finished that sentence. You know, when people come into town, they have to go by Kerry's house first. You know, all I can
Did she
picture
say
now.
come into town, or did she say come into our town?
Let's back up, because all I can picture now is the toll gate from Blazing Saddles when they come into the town. They have to go through the Kerry's toll gate. You know, who's got a penny?
Once they go by the flock cameras,
right? Let's see. Is this? It is this one. Hold on. Let me pull this up. Let's find out what she said.
Another law enforcement agency.
No, that was the law enforcement agency. Because I didn't label them. Video file. This one. I think it's this one. Oh no, it was that one, wasn't it? When we were talking about that. Thanks, Eric. Thanks for helping me.
listen. You said no. I'm you know.
I know. It was this one. It was this one. It was this one.
Another law enforcement.
She said when Kerry.
After you said, I'm not Jennifer McCabe, you walked into the house, they then called you on the phone.
Yes,
They were
correct.
still sitting outside your house.
I don't know where they were, but they did call me.
They were close by.
I'm not aware.
Well, the call came almost immediately after you walked back in the house, correct?
I'm not sure how much time had passed.
At that point, they identified themselves as being law enforcement agents, correct?
When they called me, yes.
Okay. And they told you that they would like to have an interview with you. They'd like to have a sit-down talk with you, correct?
Yes.
You told them that you would be willing to submit to an interview, but you needed about 10 minutes to get ready, correct?
Yes.
During the course of your interview, your husband, Matt McCabe, came home. Is that right?
Yes.
As these law enforcement agents continue to question you, as law enforcement officers continue to question you at some point, you informed them that you did not feel comfortable with any further questioning.
She had a deli belly. That's why she didn't. She had to get him out of the house. Hold on.
Those same law enforcement officers asked you if you had contacted anyone in those 10 minutes when you indicated, I need 10 minutes to get ready. Between the time they called you and the...
You know who did an unbelievable video on this? Was that Emily C. When she reenacted every one of those, you know, where she called each other and the feds outside.
The time that they showed up and came inside your house, correct?
Yes.
You told them that you had contacted your husband, Matt McCabe.
Yes.
Which is why he came home, right?
Yes.
And you told them that you had called Carrie Roberts before they interviewed you, correct?
Yep. Keep going. Let's find it.
The first one?
That's what I'm asking. One of the first two calls you made, your husband,
Right.
come home, there's law enforcement outside my door, I'm guessing is what you said, correct?
I don't remember my exact words now, but I did ask him to come home, correct?
And
Yes.
Carrie Roberts.
Okay. Yes.
You wanted to let Miss Roberts know that you had been contacted by certain officers from a different agency, correct?
May have been the feds.
I was curious
Maybe.
if
Here it is.
as if they had already been to her.
That was
Because-
my next
Oh,
question.
yeah.
You also wanted to find out
If they had already gotten to her. I want to make sure they hadn't gotten to her yet.
had these law enforcement officers from this different agency contacted her, correct?
Yes, because typically if
I
you
just
enter
asked
our
yes or no.
town, she's.
Miss McCabe, yes or no?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to
That's
explain.
okay.
I'm sorry.
Right there. As you enter our town, she's what? She's the what? She opens the gate, unlocks the gate, you know. What does she do? What does Kerry do if you enter the town?
sounds the siren so everybody knows.
Yeah, she sets the alarm. Yeah, it's here we go.
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to
That's okay.
explain. I'm sorry.
Is that why?
Yes, because typically if
I
you
just
enter
asked
our
yes or no.
town, she's.
Miss McCabe, yes or no?
Oh, sorry. I was just trying to
That's okay.
explain. I'm sorry.
Is that why you contacted her to find out?
She's the troll living on the bridge.
Oh boy.
Road signals. She's the gatekeeper. Oh my God! You know I'm gonna have to make that.
She's
it's
the
gonna
town
be-
crier too, so everybody's
Yeah.
gonna know right away.
Yeah. rings the bell. She runs outside with cookies. All the wrong answers are better than what she gave on the stand. Okay.
But it's our town. It's our town.
Yeah.
When you enter our town,
Harry stands in the corner. Welcome. She stands out there with an "I love Canton" sign.
God love her.
Yeah.
I'll stand with her if she's going to hold that sign.
Carrie's a talker. She's a talker. Maybe that's what it is. She's got to talk to these people when they come in. Yeah. It is. I get it. But it's not like she lives in the very first house and you can't get by. And what if they came up the Ponce Street? Right? What if they came off through Stoughton? Came down through Pleasant Street? You know, does she got someone on every corner of the town? Here's another thing. Speaking of which, you know all those flock cameras that they're putting up around town?
Oh yeah.
Well, once the taxpayers start paying for all the storage, which is probably now because the town pays for storage, because I know the police bought them with money from
grants, right?
No, what do you call it when they the drug money or the from drug busts and stuff like that?
Higgins gave it to him.
Yeah, but once taxpayers start paying for the storage, those are FOIA requestable. So they're no longer just under the privacy of the police department. Forfeiture money, there it is. They bought them with that money, but they're being stored with taxpayer money. So anything ever happens, you can FOIA request that. So just a little tidbit, you know, something to think about. Maybe you would have seen Higgins in the Jeep going down to Ponce Street if they checked those flock cameras from that time. I wonder if that's still available. You know, could they have looked to see if at least during that time a Jeep drove by the Sunoco on the Ponce Street? Or would he have gone up Cedar Crest and cut down Dedham Street?
The Jeep, did he put a duffel bag in?
Well, he went to the police station first, right?
Yeah.
So if he left the police station and he was going to West Roxbury, would he have gone back down Dedham Street or would he have gone to Ponce Street?
You could have done either way, right?
You would have gone to Ponce Street to Route 1. You would have gone down Dedham Street.
You wouldn't, but you know, what if you took the right? You can get there either way. Yeah, the shortest way is the other way, but I get it, but doesn't mean
so you would have gotten him. They should have had a shot of him on the camera, the same camera that showed the tow truck driving in. They could have gotten him leaving. And on top of that, if they had checked the flock cameras, they could have at least ruled out. No, he would have gone 138 to Hyde Park because his apartment is more closer to the Route 1-ish area, you know. So I don't know, just something to think about. So yeah, so that's the Jen's probably happy right now. Jen, you're happy. It was a nice, easy one. We didn't roast you too much. We didn't really go into your sister and sorry, we didn't go into your sister's comments or non-comments or go in and go. I mean, I was really going to go through that. I have the video that they put up as their video for the.
Let's see it.
But I'm sure everybody's seen it. No,
I don't think I've seen it.
You have? Oh, you haven't seen the video?
I don't think I have.
Oh, all right. Well, hold on. Let's watch their video. We can watch their video.
Did you run it by the attorney yet?
Oh, we can do that. We're going to talk about it. All right. So let's see. Let's go to testify. Defending the truth. Updates. Last donation it says 2 hours ago, but yet it's still coming in. It's 5 minutes ago. But Lainey Small and Nicole Janarius gave $10, and so that's weird. Let's see. Defending the truth. Now we got to get to the. There we go. Oh, gives no. I don't want about. Oh, I want about the defending the truth. Updates. Of course, I had it ready to go, but let's see. No, I don't want to follow. Read more. Years of harassment. Of course, now that I don't have it. Well, I can. We'll do it this way. Hold on. Let's pull this up this way. We can watch the video through here. And then video file. Desktop. Here we go. In Massachusetts.
John, go full screen.
Well, as well. Oh, you mean go full screen? Hold on.
Yeah, so we can see.
Yeah. I can do that. You know, I was about to be the narrator for them.
Oh, you can narrate.
I can narrate for them. Why? Do you want to narrate?
No. Go right ahead. Be the narrator.
Hold on. Oh, hold on. Oh, I thought you, Coco. I thought you were giving us the $10 to give to the House defendants. I was about to say. Oh, I was gonna be like, okay, yeah, they're gonna really love that. Hold on. You're off guard there. All right, here we go. We're gonna go full screen and in Massachusetts, as well as across the country. Do you really think they're gonna be sending the stuff across the country? Anyways, well, whatever. Victims who report crimes, witnesses who come forward, good people who simply do the right thing are being harassed, defamed, threatened, and pressured into silence. These are their stories. Dong dong. Imagine stepping forward, believing justice will protect you, only to find yourself fighting for your peace, your privacy, and your safety.
Welcome to Longwood Galleria. Let's get justice for John O'Keefe. We got Brian Elhart sitting in the front. Woo! Shout out to you. Cough killer, cough killer.
I mean, he is listed as a defendant, no?
House defendant?
House defendant. Oh, look at that. They got me. Now, seeing as I just noticed that.
Wow, Boston Mike.
Thanks, Boston Mike. First off, we're right there. That had nothing to do at all with anything that day. So that day, there was a pub crawl. Lots of people going up and down from all the different establishments, right? And I was just handing out little ducks of all different kinds. None of them had a saying on them. They were just ducks. Actually gave one to a police officer.
So that one on the right was not your duck?
No, I am the duck on the left right there.
You are the duck on the left. You were doing a, what was it, a pub crawl? You were doing a waddle crawl.
Waddle crawl. A whole bunch of kids from a hockey tournament came into the waterfall. They all get ducks. I gave out 100 ducks. I talked to 2 officers that day. because they had cruises all up and down Washington Street.
To give them
And what's that?
to give them a duck.
I did. I went and knocked on one of them's windows, and he rolled it down about this much, and he was like, "What do you want?" I go, "Nothing." I go, I have ducks. Do you want a duck?" He goes, "No." He goes, "What are they for?" I go, "They're absolutely for nothing." I go, I have ducks to give. I'm gonna pass them out till I have no more ducks to give. That's it. There's no other meaning. There's no. I go, just I have all these ducks to give, and that's that. And so he took one, and then he saw a different one. So I know he had kids because when his eyes lit up at a different one, he's like, "Oh, can I have that?" I go, "Yeah, absolutely." We swapped ducks, and went on our way. And then a second officer met me up by Walgreens, and I told him the same thing. I said, "Listen, I'm not leaving them anywhere. I'm passing them out to people. If no one wants one, I'm not going to give them one. But if someone says, yeah, I'll take one, I'll give them. When I'm out of ducks, I'll be gone." And he's like, "Okay." So
Did you give him a duck?
no, he didn't take a duck. But very, very, very sweet man. I like him. Good kid.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So that's misleading right there off the bat.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
a little bit misleading, but whatever. It's there. It's their GoFundMe.
John, if you bend over there, is there anything stamped on your
no
duck behind?
No, I didn't even think of that. I should have, huh? Yeah. I'm wondering. Sad dude. Wow. Was that to them or no?
This is them doing the walk of shame.
There's Kerry right there not talking. I thought she was a talker. And there's Jen smiling because she loves the attention. Loves the attention. Matt is Matt. Matt's not afraid of anyone. Look how happy she is. Look how happy she is. That she is center of attention, just like when she's center of attention at all her kids' games. She likes the attention more than her kids at all these high school games. And the trip to Aruba that they're going to be doing, there's this whole high school trip going to Aruba that I guess Blakey's running or something. I don't know. We've been hearing a lot about this school trip to Aruba. That's very divisive.
The most evil of them all.
There's my buddy. Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris. He wants people to get a hobby.
Retired. I'm retired.
Typical, around 60.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, all right. Whatever, you fucking asshole.
We're not the only kids being dragged through this new and deep trouble layer of the system. Every contribution, no matter the size, brings us one step closer to clearing our names. Oh. So they gotta clear their names. But they're innocent. And I'm telling you they're innocent. They're innocent until proven guilty. Right? So why do they need their names cleared?
John, they were working with the police.
They were working with the police. Once again, let's go back to your comment, Eric. If you're working with the police, wouldn't you be upset at how the police failed you?
100%.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be tolerated. They should be screaming that they deserve better from the police department and state police.
Right. Yeah. And they wanted to say Karen was guilty. I saw that right there, that they kept saying, funny, they said Karen was guilty, but she had, because of her defense fund. And Karen was guilty because she had multiple lawyers and she had really good lawyers. So she was definitely guilty. But now they want to put this out there saying that they need to clear their names. Well, I'm telling you that you're innocent until proven guilty. They want to draw a line in the sand so that this kind of witness harassment never becomes the model for future defendants. So wait a minute. So is this gonna be, is the money gonna go to other places, or is it only gonna go to, like, when does the money stop going to you guys and start going to other cases?
Why would people need to donate anonymously to protect witnesses?
Right. Gina, it's not the school subject. I believe it's the senior trip. I guess the senior trip's going to go to Aruba. We're going to hear more about that in the next couple shows or something. Brandy, we showed some great fake account laundering money between him and Morrissey. I don't know. We don't know where it's going. We just know that the Scribner.
John, did you mumble through Brandy's?
Did I really? I'm sorry.
You got like
I'm sorry,
you got about 7 or 8 words in there and mumbled the rest.
Oh, because my head went so fast. I read it so quickly. Are we sure this isn't Matt McCabe just creating fake accounts, laundering money between him and Morrissey? I don't know. I just can't fathom this many people supporting stupidity. Yeah. Well, I told you, there's a lot of loyal people in this town, loyal to a fault. And you never know. You never know what's going on. Let's while we're doing it, I want to check it here. Kerry Lama, $65.
65
4 minutes ago. Yep. 65 4 minutes ago. Let's go. That was Kerry Lama. Let's keep going. Sad music. Okay. So this is what they want to end with, right? Let's discuss this. Okay. Look right in the middle. All right. So you got John O'Keefe right in the middle. Okay. You've got Brian and Jen side by side. Meanwhile, Brian's wife, Nicole, is up in the corner up here, right? And Matt's underneath Jen, so it's close enough. And they got Higgy with Brian. But look at how they arrange this. You got Brian, Jen, and then the 2 girls, right? Allie, driving the night away, Allie, and Caitlin. I knew a girl named Caitlin. And then you got Tristan Morris, who he got a huge pass for the most part, right? Because he didn't remember anything.
Yeah,
Brian,
but he also got a penalty too because he fell off the list to become a Canton PD.
Mm-hmm. Right. So that's probably why they're upset at that. But look at how they've set that up. So you got Tristan and Brian Jr. and then Nagel. And then Chris, who we know there's no way he got home ahead of his kid if the story was the story. And then
Yuri still has him at 34 Fairview.
Right. And then Colin McNuckles. Sarah, we've thought Sarah told the truth for the most part. She shouldn't even be on this picture. Julie bringing the coffee, putting in a car in front of her. She pulled behind a car that wasn't there at 7, but went in the house. ran back, got Chris, went back to the house only for 30 minutes to bring Chris back home. Kerry, who made a timeline and lied to the grand jury, but didn't know she lied. She didn't do it on purpose. Lied by act. She accidentally lied. And then Higgins, we already know all about Higgins and his trip to the Canton Police Department. And where's Goody? Shouldn't Goody be on this list? How come Goody's not on here? Oh, because he's a Canton officer. Because Goody is the one that said that he spent 12 minutes with him and never had a conversation.
Is there a Goody update?
Yeah, there's no Goody update. Still no word. Sarah does know a lot, and I think that's why they always have someone with her. She's never alone.
John, I'm going to put my flag up for a minute.
You put your flag up. Let's go through here. I just want to go because I wasn't looking at the chat beforehand. Let's go back through it real quickly. Do you know if a family isn't donating and getting repaid once the fund is done? All of the anonymous donations. Heard that from a few people, in my honest opinion, as of others today. Yeah, well, we don't know because there's no transparency. It's they've done their research and have found a way to make sure that you don't see anything. Sarah should be losing. No, I don't know. I don't know about that. At Tufts the other day. Oh my God, at Tufts the other day, and a woman checked in at the desk. Her name was Carrie Lama. My ears perked up, and I thought, it's not a YouTube screen name. I wonder if it was her. I don't know. Carrie, was it you the other day? I know they're watching. They usually are watching. This picture. Why not have all the witnesses? Exactly. They had their opportunity to put all the witnesses up, and they weren't gonna. They don't have any of the Canton Fire Department. They don't have any of the Canton Police Department. They don't have the DPW worker. They don't have. There's a lot of the witnesses that they don't have up there. You're absolutely 100% correct on that. All the town perjurers. Yeah, let's see. Let's finish this up before Eric gets back. And there you go. So yeah, while you were away, Eric, we were talking about all the other and you're right, Mary, that is a nice picture of John right in the middle. That's the one thing they got right. So only the special ones only the ones that want the money made that board. You know. So yeah. We there were a couple other donos that came in. The $10.
That's a nice cruiser.
It is. Yeah. They do
where the hell are we?
We're right here. Right here. Looking at the cruiser. So we got $10 and and then Manatee Nanny, which we will get to Thanksgiving thing. So to the two of you guys, I just want to say
give us the fucking timeline. And we'll go easy on you.
There you go.
Sean, he's the best.
I know. Who knew? Who knew he knew all about the timeline? You know? So that brings us to the fun part of the show.
We got fun parts?
We have a fun part to the show.
Nice. I've been having fun the whole time. I don't know about you.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, I've been having fun.
I think the Kronks are all right. Having fun.
So while I bring this up, we share screen for the Kronks that have been following us. Here is the wheel that has everybody's name on it.
Ah, the Wheel of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. This is for the shorsey game. Here's a big question. How did Higgy get back in with the crew? I wonder how that's going. Good question.
Money.
Money, protection, a crew that no, I'm not even gonna go there.
Let's spin the dial.
Yeah, let's spin the dial. All right, folks. So for the this is going to be for the shorsey game. This is now there are a couple people that have said in the comments that if they win, they're gonna give their ticket to there's two people that one was gonna give it to Lucky. And I think somebody else I can go back through the comments if those people win. So Eric, why don't you give me a number between 0 and 5?
0 and 5?
Yeah.
4.
We're gonna spend this 4 times, and I'm gonna just keep.
You couldn't have told me that was the plan. I would have told you 1.
Well, you want 1? We're gonna spend 1 time. You want 1 time?
1 time.
1 time spin.
First,
right.
What if
First
you're
one.
part of
Here
the
we go.
first 3 and then the fourth person?
All right.
I'd be
All right.
pissed.
Here we go. First time spin. Here we go. Everybody's names are in there. You can see the names, right? Did I? We're good. Here we go. This is for the shorsey game.
John, did I see your name in there?
No. Dina Bellina.
Dina Bellina.
Dina Bellina is the winner. Let me make
Nice.
sure Dina Bellina. Oh, and there is some more Canton news today.
We got more
yeah.
breaking news.
Yeah. Well, kind of. There's a guy. He's kind of funny. I watch some of his stuff, and he's called Man Time Media. Have you ever seen his stuff? He walks up on cops all over Massachusetts.
I have seen his stuff.
Well, apparently he was in Canton
Recently?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, so how can I help you? You got any information you want to provide for us?
Nope.
Willingly? We got to ask you the questions.
I have any questions for you.
I know. We gotta get the action. We gotta get the questions out of you.
I'm gonna have to.
The answers out of you from questions.
Are you taking any interviews right now?
Nope. No interviews.
No. Why not? Because that's not what we do here.
You don't take any interviews? Why?
They
We'll
don't
give a
take-
call and try to set something up with one of our deputy chiefs or our public information officer.
There you
You'll
go.
have to call in.
So we can't get public information from you?
You can FOIA request something if you'd like.
No, I'm saying like asking for public information from you.
Like what?
You just told me you don't want to take interviews.
Correct.
Okay, so how am I going to get public information from you?
You can fill out a FOIA request for the information that you'd like.
Everything?
You can fill it out for whatever you'd like. Whether or not you're granted is up to somebody else, not me.
Why is the badge number not being shown though?
Because we don't have badge numbers here.
Oh, you don't have badge numbers?
Nope.
So you just
There's
walk
no
around
badge
and do
numbers in
whatever
Canton.
and like, yeah, numbers, whatever?
No.
Oh, so nobody is able to hold you accountable?
If you want.
Huh?
I'm Sergeant Healy.
That was Brendan Healy at the front desk. You know Brendan Healy, right?
I know.
Yeah.
Sergeant
Brendan Healy at the front desk. Yeah. I think he handled it well. Didn't like his posture, but that's just.
You didn't have a video, you just had audio?
No, I have a video, but I'd have to
You'd
download
have
it.
to download it.
It'd take 2 minutes. So why don't you talk about Dina Bellina while I download this? How's that?
Just doing some follow-up.
Well, I think Dina Bellina is going to have a lot of fun.
Just doing some follow-up.
I know we're going to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, the question is Dina Bellina flying in, driving in, taking a bus?
I know we'll have to.
We're going to have to figure that out because we got to make sure that we take care of her.
So I got to play it again one more time because I'm screen recording it. And so let's see, Dina Bellina. Or is she watching tonight? Is she in? Is she in the?
Dina Bellina, are you in the chat? say hello.
Yeah.
If so, say
no
hello.
badge numbers. Nope. I don't know if he is or not. Brendan
Dana
Healy.
could be on the replay crew.
She could be. Jersey Jen is Jen Fox's twin. And yeah, so what if her name is Deanna? It could be, but
Deanna Bellina.
it could be, but it's a lowercase a, right? So it's not Deanna, it's Dina Bellina. I don't know.
Hey, if we got it wrong, we apologize.
Absolutely.
We'll get it right by the time
right
we're in TD Garden.
Right. We're almost done with the video. I'll get it up in a minute. 8 seconds. There you go.
Sergeant Healy.
Sergeant Healy. Let me get that up here for you.
Absolute Landscapes. Sergeant Healy.
Absolutely. Is anyone getting bullied in the chat here? Is everything all right? What's going in here? Just a reminder: report all harassment, bullying you see in the comments directly to YouTube and the create. Yeah, if you end up in court, you'll have rules. Yeah. We're gonna watch that. We're gonna watch that video in a minute. I'm downloading it in about 10 seconds. We'll be able to
see the Kronks want to see the video.
All right, we're gonna see the video. We are going to see the video. Asking you shall receive.
Basically, what you're saying is right now is a good time to get your Pricks and Cider.
Get your Pricks and Ciders ready, because there it is. Just have to download it, and then I can pull it up. Present. All right. So remember that Dina Bellina, because I'm going to pull that down now. All right. Let's present this video file. And here we go. Ready?
On the Karen Reed case.
Okay, so how can I help you?
You got any information you want to provide for us?
Nope.
Not willingly. We got to ask you the questions.
I don't have any questions for you.
I know. We gotta get the questions out of you, the answers out of you from questions.
Are you taking any interviews right now?
Nope.
You're not taking any interviews?
Nope.
Why not?
Because that's not what we do here.
You don't take any interviews? Why not?
You're welcome to call and try to set something up with one of our deputy chiefs or our public information officer. But you'll have to call in.
So we can't get public information from you?
You can FOIA request something if you'd like.
No, I'm saying like asking for public information from you.
Like what?
You told me you don't want to take interviews.
Correct.
All right, so how am I going to get public information from you?
You can fill out a FOIA request for the information that you'd like.
Everything?
You can fill it out for whatever you'd like. Whether or not you're granted is up to somebody else, not me.
Well, why is your badge number not being shown though?
Because we don't have badge numbers here.
Oh, you don't have badge numbers?
No.
So you just walk around and just do whatever and then like, whatever is whatever?
No.
Oh. So nobody is able to hold you accountable?
Me, if you want.
Huh?
I'm Sergeant Healy.
John, there's nothing wrong with that. I think
I told you.
Healy
Handled it well.
Handled it well, and I don't know why they didn't want. I don't know why they didn't want to fill out a public records request if they were there to find out information.
Right, Sherry. I went through twice. I went through the post, and we did it 5 minutes. Actually, just before we went live, Eric, you're my witness. We double checked to make sure that there was no late people on there. Did I make a mistake? I don't think I did.
Was Sherry on there?
I can go back and look. I didn't get rid of it.
Good.
Yeah.
You've got a record.
I do have a record.
We can FOIA request those?
You can.
All right, good.
Yeah.
It's going to cost you, though, because it's probably going to take you more than 2 hours to figure it out.
Shut up. Stop it. If I made a mistake, we'll do it. We'll fix it right now. You know? Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of these, a lot of the comments. You can't just walk in and expect an interview. You No, these are so this guy, like I said, he's a city guy. He's usually in Boston, and usually he just walks up on a cruiser to see if the officer is paying attention when he's in his car. It's not something I would do, because it's the day and age. You know, you're not supposed to be sneaking up on people, but
No, but if you're walking into any police station,
right?
I think that if that's your goal is to catch them off guard, you need to do a better job. And I mean, I don't even really know why he was there.
Right, they just kind of just showed up. So, I'm gonna have to go through and pull up the wheel. If I can pull back the wheel here.
John, you're going to open a can of worms. Now you're going to have to verify every single name.
I did that with you. I did that with you.
Listen, I'm not holding up my right hand.
It's there were 38 entries, right? And if you go to the page,
didn't you tell me 39?
No, because there's a reply 39 because you don't count the reply underneath. Like if someone made a comment and then someone made a comment under it.
John, I trust you. I trust you.
So now I gotta go. Now I gotta go to the YouTube page and look for the post while you entertain.
I don't know if the other 37 necessarily trust you, but I trust you.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't have done this if I will.
Dina Bellina's the winner.
Let me look on where is the post? Comments. Oh wait, I gotta go to page, your channel. Oh, this is why we do this live here. Tonight's show. Let's host defendants. Scroll. There's the sweatpants. All right. 2 weeks ago, right? Want to join, right? Well, now there's 39. There's 39 comments. Right? Let's see. Coco. Richie Schiffer. Erica Smith. Lulu Bell. Cheryl and Amanda.
What are we doing here, John?
I'm double checking. real quick.
All right. You need any help?
All right.
You want me to help?
Well, I have them right in front of me. Nancy Campbell, I'm in. Nancy.
Shout out to Nancy.
Nancy Campbell, right there.
Oh yeah.
Brian Lucky. Yep. Luna's mom. I got it. This Susan. Got it. Mark Cunningham. Karen Barrows. Dina Bellina. Dennis Sweeney. I know Dennis is in there. Dennis Sweeney. Beth Bay State. There's a Beth Bay State. Laura L. Pike. Yep. Boston Bia. I know she's in there. Yeah, because I didn't capitalize her letters. Anne Marie 79999. Anne Marie. Nana Banana. Yep, there's an Anna Banana there. Jen O. Thanks. Put the whole name in.
Hi, Jen-O.
Jacqueline Jace.
Jen-O drove by Whitey and I, gave us the best horn, the best wave, the best smile. It was awesome.
Glen Lake. Alexandra Gonzalez. Alexandra Gonzalez. First name on there. A. Cheryl with an S. I know that because I wrote Cheryl with an S. Amy, 1972. Amy, 1972. And here's the thing. It's not like we're if we're wrong because we can always rewind the tape. Amy, 1972. You know what I mean? Hit pause.
John,
I'm double checking.
There's no way we screwed this.
Frank,
There's no way you screwed this up.
Of course there is. Of course there is. Frank Manley. There's Frank Manley. Meatball Morrison.
We're going to have an audit.
We're auditing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're self-auditing.
Yeah, Nook, which I did earlier. Patrie D. Jersey Jen. Jersey Jen. Mark and Ellen. Mark and Ellen. Uncle Fredo. I know that one's in there. Uncle Fredo. And then 7 minutes ago, Sherry D. I didn't see my name on the wheel. Oh, well, there's a reason why, Sherry D. Because you hadn't commented in here yet. This is where you needed to leave a comment. Yes.
John, this will not be the last time we spin the wheel. Next time we're gonna make sure it's everything's tight.
Where is there any other comment, Sherry? Sherry, is there any? Did you put a comment in anywhere else in this list? Sherry, talk to me.
What list is that?
In this post.
Oh, in the singular post, which was found where?
You know what's crazy? I replied to people in the post, but not yours. I'm looking at the post, Sherry. I have the post right now. Coco, 2 weeks ago. Richie Schiffer, Erica Smith, Lulu Bell, Cheryl, Nancy, pure female. Lucky, Luna, this Susan, Mark Cunningham, Karen Barrows.
John, can we put the winner's name back up?
I just want to make sure I didn't fuck up. But Cherry, your name wasn't in any of these comments unless under. No, that's me. We'll tell him because somebody, Jersey Jen, was going to give away a ticket. I identify as crime scene spoke to me. Someone put that up.
See, Richie Schiffer. I wasn't on the wheel.
Yeah, you are. I can look. I got the wheel back. I got the wheel right here. We can always rewind it. Right I have the wheel. I didn't get rid of the wheel.
Put the magnifying glass on it, will you?
No, I have the wheel. I did not get rid of the wheel. You commented multiple times during the live. Was my name on the wheel? On those lines, you had to have had. So basically, you had to have had your name in this post.
Dina Bellina is the winner.
Yeah. But you know what, Sherry, you send me something. I will send you something very nice. I will send you some Kronk merch as a run up, as the runner up. How's that? Is that all right? I will send her some Kronk merch.
So I love Sherry. So please don't take.
Is that all right?
Please don't take this the wrong way. But Dina Bellina followed the directions.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel bad that maybe there was misunderstanding, and I will send you some merch.
So you're gonna send the 37 other losers some merch.
No.
All right, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Sherry, good job though. I like that.
Sherry,
I like the way you worked your way in there.
Sherry, send me a private text, and I will get you some. I will get you a nice. I will work on a nice Kronk T-shirt with you. How's that?
All right, but it has to be Matt McCabe.
I didn't reply to anyone. Wait, you're in there. You're in there.
Do we have any of those shirts with the Great Kazoo yet?
No.
We need
can.
a Great
You
Kazoo.
want a
one.
Great
Yeah,
Kazoo one?
absolutely.
Yeah.
With Matt.
The Matt and the Kazoo. Got it.
Yeah.
We can do that.
The Great
Right.
Kazoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that. Yeah. Now I feel horrible that. Oh well. What
Listen,
happens
it was
when
the
you
first
get
go around for us. We'll
I
tighten
know.
this thing up.
Hey,
We'll
we're gonna.
figure it
Well,
out.
hey, by the second or third
Listen.
second or third contest, we're gonna have it down.
This is only our 51st episode.
I know. So and we're ahead of the game right now, Eric.
Sherry D's got the receipts. I love it.
I got the receipts. Do you really? I have the receipts too.
Oh,
third time.
Maybe Sherry D. Maybe you need to DM me instead of John.
Real quickly, okay. First comment. Mom, get the snacks ready. We're putting butts in seats, right? Then Richie.
Hey,
my
John.
effing word, I found it. Because remember, Richie couldn't find it. Then Erica. Hey, Ma, get the snacks ready, right? Next one. Love your show, guys. I'm on a gifted membership. Blah, blah, blah. I identify as Scott McGinnis. Wait, let's just check that reply. That was Cheryl and Amanda, who was underneath somewhere else. Nancy Campbell, I'm in. Pure female. Ma, get the snacks ready. Now, every time I see MA, I want to say Mass, not Ma. Lucky. Ma, get the snacks ready. Luna, live in California, can't go, but I want to share that she found the thing. So, Susan, fun. Ma, the meatloaf, Mark Cunningham. This would be a blast by Barrows. I want to go to the Bruins by Dina Bellina. Dennis Sweeney, let's go. Got to be a great night. Beth Bay State, hey Ma, get the snacks ready. Laura Pike with a heart. Boston Beal, love you all. Anna Marie, Mom, get the snacks ready. Nana Banana, oh yeah, tell Mom to get the snacks ready. Jen O, Ma, get the snacks ready. Nana Banana, sounds like incredible time. Go Bees, good luck to all, especially me. Jacqueline Jace, tell your mom get the snacks ready. Glenn Lake, okay John, okay John. Alexander Gonzalez, tell your mom get the snacks ready. Cheryl with an S, Mom, get your snacks ready. Amy 1972, hey Ma, get the snacks ready. Frank Manley, Mom, get the snacks ready. Meatball Morrissey, Shorsey Bruins game. Yanook, tell your mom get the snacks ready. We're putting butts in seats. Patri D, Mom, get the snacks ready. One reply, let's double check it. Same Patri D. Jersey Jen, this post, I'm not local, so if I win, Lucky can have it. Mark Ellen, hi Mom, get the snacks ready. Uncle Fredo, please add, not sure if this is it. And then Sherry D, 9 minutes ago. I didn't see my name on the wheel, commented multiple times during the live.
John?
Yeah.
What did Dina Bellina reply?
Dina Bellina. You're going to make me roll back through all these.
Well, I mean, we have a winner. I didn't hear the winner's reply.
Oh, the Ma, get the snacks ready. I bet you it's going to be. Let's see. And Lake Alexander. Let me see. They're up. I want to go to the Bruins.
That's good.
There you go. No, because what happened was remember last week or 2 weeks ago, it was like, listen, if you can just find the post, make a comment in that post. So.
See, we already got Kronks that are looking for the Great Kazoo shirts.
Yeah. Like I said, Dina, send me a text. I'll make it right for you. But Dina Bellina is going to be the winner. So,
Dina Bellina, pack your bags. You're going to TD Bank.
Yeah.
The Garden.
Right. Yeah. Any comment would count because it was too hard for them to write that whole sentence. That was all your fault, Eric. You're like, oh, do they really have to follow that sentence? Why can't they just?
I really thought that we should have made it a little simpler. Just saying.
We did make it simpler. Find the post, make a comment under that post, and anyone that was in that post.
So we made it a scavenger hunt.
Oh, I mean, if you can go to YouTube, you get those posts. The posts come up. So, like I said, we're ahead of the game, and you know what time it is now.
Yeah, and congratulations, Dina. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah. So before we wrap it up, I just it is a couple days away. It's going to be Thanksgiving, so we just want to say thank you to every member of the Kronk Nation out there. Every even if you're not a Kronk member and you're just watching us and you hate us, you know what? Maybe we'll win you over sometime. We might not agree on this one case, but there's probably other things that
Well, we can wish we can wish them a happy Turkey Day too.
Hey, Chris. This message is for Chris. I know last Thanksgiving he wasn't happy with me, but happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have a happy Thanksgiving, and I hope you and your family have a nice dinner while you guys are here in Canton. Oh, Sherry. Oh, I don't. Well, I will follow you, Sherry. I'll follow you on. I will follow you on. I will follow you on Twitter, and I can find you through here. We'll find. I'm also on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook. I'm not Dixie on Facebook. I'm on my own. I'm Jonathan. But, so yeah. So Chris, happy Thanksgiving to you. To all my other haters, I hope you all have a very safe and happy Thanksgiving.
Do you have a list?
Couldn't do this without you guys scrolling some of our content, So spend time with your family, enjoy your food, hug your pets, and then we'll be right back at this next Sunday. Truth doesn't need a GoFundMe. Just remember that. So is Rich couldn't see you. I know you couldn't. So yeah, that's I guess that's how we're gonna end it today with wishing all of you happy Thanksgiving, and Dina Bellina, we got to figure out how to get in touch with you, and Cherry, we will be in touch.
And John, I'd just like to send a special happy Thanksgiving to Jeff Williams and the rest of the Kronks.
And right before we leave, this will be the last thing, then we got to go. Very happy Thanksgiving to Boozy, Brandy, Mullins, and A. Atkins. Anyone that is with us, involved with us, happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Bye, guys.